Greg Powers here, TexasFootball.com, number one rated tight end in the country, Donovan Green, man. Thanks for joining me today and doing this interview.
No problem.
Just kind of talk about the big news, man. Recently, you made your commitment to Texas A&M. What was it about that Aggies program that really drew you in and wanted you to be a part of that culture there?
It was just the fact that I had been watching them for a while, and like the number one thing that I looked at when I was looking at my schools is how they use their tight end. 'Cause that's how I'm going to eventually make a living. And so, Jalen, he had went to my school, and it's just I feel like it was the safest choice. Seeing him doing good, and I know that they using him right, so they would just use me right. So I just felt like it was the safest option.
You mentioned Jalen Watermeyer being there, had went to your school. You're also committed to Texas A&M with a teammate in this class, P.J. Williams. Kind of talk about that decision-making process, because both of y'all's decisions came down at a very similar time.
Mm-hmm. It was coming to a point where I wanted to kind of commit soon, so I didn't have to worry about anybody else trying to go to the school that I wanted to. And I had told him I wanted to go to A&M. He was like, wherever you go, I'll just go with you. So he just said that he wanted to go, and so we just decided that.
Jimbo Fisher has a long history, college football coaching. Now he's really put together some great classes at Texas A&M, back-to-back, the number one rated class in the Lone Star State, one of the top classes in the country. This 2022 class is off to another fast start. You got 5 in-state commits who are all really rated very highly. Just kind of talk about Jimbo Fisher as a recruiter. What does he bring to the table, and what is it that resonates with student athletes who are in high school that make you guys want to go play for him in college?
He just makes it feel real, because there's a lot of coaches out there that you can just like see through what they're trying to get past. But I just feel like when you talk to him, it's just all love and just want to bring in a new group to do the best we can.
You had to make your decision in the face of the pandemic, man. There wasn't a whole lot of visits and a whole lot of stuff going on. Just kind of talk about how you were able to sort through those options, and were you able to see A&M's campus close enough to make you feel comfortable to make that decision? Obviously, you probably did because you pulled the trigger, but just kind of talk to us about what it was like, just not having all the control that some of the recruits before you have had by being able to take all the visits and stuff like that.
Yeah, I really had to go through a lot of Zoom, tours through the summer of the pandemic. But yeah, like you said, I had already been there my freshman year, and it was just like one of the best games I had went to that year. And that was like before I even really started to get offers. And so it was just a great experience, and I do plan on going on more visits this next year if I can. But yeah, it was just great.
Kind of talk about that visit. Was it really important for you to have a chance as an underclassman to go and see the campus? Did that make it a little bit easier for you to go ahead and pull the trigger because you had set foot on campus and actually saw with your own 2 eyes what it was like?
Yeah, it was a big part of why I chose them, because another thing that later on I look at school is the atmosphere that they bring, because I just feel like you just need to be in a good place at the right time to play a good game. So the way it was when I went to go watch, it was just a family.
So you're rated as the number one tight end in Texas. You're rated as one of the top tight ends nationally. You had offers from basically all of the major tight end universities. I would say all the people who use the tight end were really coming after you. So that kind of even speaks more than an amount of offers. You had the right offers for a tight end. You've been invited to the All-American Bowl, a lot of accolades. How do you use that to help further your advancement on the field? Is it motivation for you? Does that put a target on your back, or how do you really look at all the accolades and all the nice things that have come your way as far as recruiting rankings and attention?
I just look at it as a blessing from all the stuff that I did growing up just to get to where I am. But as of like how I look at it, I just look at it as just it's more people who know I am, and it's just more people trying to come take my spot. So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing to stay at the top.
Talk about your strengths then as a player, man. What are you really bringing to the table? Why should those Aggies fans be really excited about you coming to College Station?
I just feel like anywhere you put me, I'm gonna do what you need me to do. So being a tight end, you have to be able to block, which you are always you have to be able to spread out the field too, and just get out and run routes and just um, make mismatches. And so, being that what makes a good tight end, you have to be versatile. So, I mean, you got to be able to catch and block, and I feel like I can do both of those just as good as anybody else.
Anybody you really look up to, pat on your game after? Is there a tight end out there that you really feel like, wow, this is the guy who I can see myself being not only in college, but possibly even beyond that into the NFL?
I mean, uh, I really watch college more than anything. So I feel like the only really NFL tight end I look at is like George Kittle. But like I'll just mostly watch like Jalen or Kyle Pitts in college. That's really the most people I watch.
Gotcha. Talk about Dickinson, man. You guys went 4-1 in district last year. You had a pretty solid season. You got a lot of talent coming back onto the
Mm-hmm.
field this year. Coming back, you know, 2 Texas A&M commits to lead the charge as seniors next year. Just kind of talk about playing at Dickinson, what it means to you, and of course the history there, producing a lot of college players going on to star at the next level.
I mean, it's just a big brotherhood in my school. It's just we live by the term TRE, TRE, and it's like it stands for total relentless effort. And so every day that's what we just try to bring to the table in order to get better and just to stay on top in our district. And we came short last year. We was just like very new and like unexperienced. And so this next year, being that a lot of people's gonna be coming back, I feel like we just do way better.
Kind of talk about your own development. What are you working on this off season? Was there one part of your game that you feel like you'd like to improve upon or see improvement upon your tape when you are 3 or 4 games into the 2021 year? What's something that you feel like you're trying to make strides on the field with?
Um, I'm in basketball right now, but seeing it on all the film that I had, I just feel like I need to be more explosive, just continue to improve in my blocking form and just getting bigger and just being able to make mismatches easy on the field, getting faster and just improving on everything it's never a point where you can just sit down and rest. So I just feel like I need to improve on all aspects of my game.
That was Donovan Green, the #1 rated tight end in the state of Texas. Total relentless effort is the term at Dickinson High School, and I think that he embodies that, plays with it out there on the field. Donovan, thanks for the time, man. Congratulations on your commitment to Texas A&M, and of course, good luck with all your off-season training and into the 2021 year.